Good evening, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 16th of February, 2026. Today was a weird day. There was a lot of reasons why, and I'll start explaining in just a moment, but I just want to let you know it was still a good day. I had a great time with everyone, even though some things were unexpected and or turned out differently than I had hoped, and some things ended so early that then we had to kind of scramble to find stuff to do with our time. I still think like we had a productive use of the day, but you can't always have an outstanding knock them on their butt style of day, right? Let's start. First off, today, just as I was starting up my first stream and starting my DSP morning show, my Nintendo Switch, my Nintendo Virtual Boy arrived. I was excited because I said, ooh, I can now do a live unboxing of the Virtual Boy on the morning show, giving it some extra appeal. Maybe we'll get some extra people to jump on the morning show today and check this out, right? And so we had a live unboxing, which went well. Actually, attendance skyrocketed when I was actually doing the unboxing of the Virtual Boy. And as we're doing it, come to find out, as we're looking at this unit, it's just plastic. It's literally just a stand that holds two red lenses. There's nothing inside at all. There's zero hardware. There's no ports, nothing. Now, it looks like the original Virtual Boy. In fact, I feel like they actually made it be a one-to-one replica of what it was originally. Some notable differences. Number one, the actual rubberized visor that used to hold your head to it and basically shut out the light is now made of foam, not rubber. And I think that's because the original tended to get sweaty and or actually wear out and fall off, while this one, because it's made of foam, it's probably going to be a lot more longer lasting and or less sweat inducive. Number two, the ports that are on it are not real. It actually has a knob that says volume, a port that looks like it's a headphone jack, a port that looks like it's a extension port or like link cable kind of a deal, almost looks like an HDMI port. And there's another port too. I forget what the fourth one was. They're all fake. They look real, but they're fake. You can't plug anything into any of them. They're all faux ports to simulate as if this thing was a real Virtual Boy. Okay? And so as I'm looking at this thing, I'm starting to realize, uh-oh, does this mean that if I use this to play the Virtual Boy games, I can't capture and stream? Because to be clear here, unlike gaming consoles that are normal, the Switch requires you to plug it into its dock to actually have video out. It goes through a USB-C port on the bottom. The dock itself is proprietary to the Switch. It converts the signal from USB to HDMI, so now you can have it go out to a capture device, okay? Well, guess what? If you're using your Switch 2 in handheld mode, okay, and you have it inside of this Switch dock, number one, the port is blocked. The port is actually blocked by the bottom of this Virtual Boy stand. There's no way you could plug a wire in or anything into the USB-C, even if you wanted to, okay? So like, oh, maybe I'll play it docked mode, but I'll hold it up to the Virtual Boy. It's impossible. Like, it wouldn't fit. There's no way you could do that. So basically, the Virtual Boy stand is a gimmick. It's meant so that it looks like you're playing the real Virtual Boy, but by using it, you can't capture and you can't stream. Hence, when I use this thing tomorrow on my stream, you can't see it. Seriously, I'll have it here on the table. You'll be able to see me physically using it, but you won't see the game and you won't hear the game. Doesn't that sound like genius from Nintendo's part? Now, when they announced this a couple months ago, everyone thought that's what the purpose of it was. It's $100. It's a piece of plastic. It's $100 piece of plastic. Just like how years ago, Nintendo sold the Nintendo Labo, which was hundreds of dollars for boxes of cardboard that you folded. I'm not kidding. It's another Labo. So basically, it's a scam. Okay? That's upsetting. I'm glad that I know that now, because now I can fairly try it out tomorrow and review it and hopefully save some people from blowing money on something that's not what they think it is, okay? So that was the first upsetting thing. Then, as we were kind of continuing on with the morning show, people said that. Now, I don't know if this is true or not. We won't know until tomorrow. But basically, people were saying, oh, well, people across the globe got access to the Nintendo Online upgrade early. They have access to the Virtual Boy app in there. It will not work if your Switch is docked. Meaning, let's say I still wanted to play the Virtual Boy games, but I didn't want to use my Virtual Boy, stand. I just wanted to do it through the console so you guys could still see them and I could play it maybe on my monitor. It doesn't work. It'll give you an error. Oh, you have to have that. You have to have that in your stand, and then it would close. For the record, no, Nintendo never disclosed that anywhere. Not in any of their press materials. Not even now. Not even on the box of the Virtual Boy does it say that. So I want you to think about how bad that is. It's almost like they're blatantly hiding the truth about it to get you to spend money. That's kind of messed up in my opinion. Okay. Anyway, I can't confirm that because the Nintendo Online didn't update yet. So tomorrow on that first stream, we'll be able to mess with that and see what happens. And I have other ideas for tomorrow's stream as well, if that's the case. But wow. So that went completely a different direction than what I expected, right? Like 100% wasn't expecting that. I thought we were going to have Virtual Boy games. Like there's 7 games coming out supposedly for the launch lineup tomorrow. I thought we'd play them all. We'd have fun. Even if it gave me a headache, it would be funny, right? No. Not possible thanks to Nintendo and their insane short-sightedness or maybe just greed. I don't know. So anyway, that was the morning show, okay? Then we jumped into Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. Great progress again today. We actually finished up the tail end of one of the plot lines we had done last time where we went to the present-day version of a dungeon that we had just beaten in the past. We rebeat it. We ended up getting a bunch of the tablet pieces. We went back to the temple. We opened up new maps. We teleported to a new island. This is an island that's been bombarded with automatons that are attacking the people. We found the source of the automatons. We fought it off. We saved the people. Then we went to the present-day version of this island, and we started doing more dungeons and things like that. We got to fully use Ruff as a new party member, which was awesome. Sadly, we still didn't get the job systems unlocked, and I'll be honest, I think the pacing's off on this game because I've already maxed out all the jobs. Everyone's job is maxed. I'm getting all these points for job progression. They don't mean anything because the jobs are maxed. So I think that they screwed up with the pacing and that the pacing should have been a little better where you can start changing jobs earlier in the game. That's my take. Overall, I had a great time. We had a decent-sized audience for the game. However, once again, hate to report, yes, still not getting great support for Dragon Quest VII. This stream did roughly about $100, a little slower than the last two. Sucks because once again, it looks like this stream will end up being the one game that will always underperform, and I just have to accept it. I don't think we're ever going to get a big boost of attendance on a Dragon Quest stream where people will come and be like overly supportive because they like the game. It seems like this is just the slow one, all right? Then at the end of the stream, we did DSP Tries It, IHOP, the International House of Pancakes, and I tried the chicken fajita omelet along with a stack of pancakes. So if you'd like to see breakfast for dinner, DSP Tries It for the first time ever, because I've never done breakfast for dinner like that, head over to the DSP Reacts channel. The video is live, and I hope that you enjoy it. Currently, it has 243 views in just a couple of hours that it's been live. Hopefully, you will watch it and enjoy it, and it'll do well because it is something a little different than the standard show, right? Usually, I do fast food, dinner, and this is doing something completely different and outside of that range. So hopefully, you'll check it out, all right? Cool. So that was the first stream. How did the late stream go? Well, let's talk. First off, we wanted to finish up Hellmart, the indie game that I had been playing now for over 2 streams, right? And we wanted to finish it up. And the attendance and the engagement for that was great. Actually, we had a good amount of viewers hanging out for the conclusion of Hellmart. But we beat the game in 30 minutes. We only had 30 minutes of content left. And I was like, wow, it really does feel to me like they have more planned for the game, or they had more planned for the game, but then didn't get to it. Because there's entire cases of product, like a sausage case. You never get to buy sausages and stock it. It's just not in the game. There's entire empty parts of the aisles that you never repair and stock. It's just not part of the game. So then why is it there? So it does make me feel like there's more to it, and they just didn't get around to it. You know what I'm saying? Like there was more to the game, and they just didn't finish it. Or maybe they're planning expansions for the future. I'm not sure. We beat the game and got one of the endings. I'm not going to spoil which, but it was, entertaining. And then I said, well, the whole idea here is to chill with Phil. Let's just hang out for like 90 minutes for the rest of the stream. And for the whole first hour, people just suggested games. And we went in and looked on Steam and elsewhere at games that people were suggesting and throwing at me and testing. I said, oh, this would be a good one. This would be a good one. I wish listed a whole bunch of games. Okay. So the next time that we do like an indies tryout night, which likely will be like next week, we're going to have a new slew of games to consider for that stream. And that's a great thing. After that, we hung out for an additional half hour and just talked about whatever. Overall, was tonight a bad night? No, not at all. We just didn't get great support. We did okay. We basically did about the same as the Dragon Quest stream. So is it the end of the world? No. It certainly wasn't a bad stream for support in any way. But not as good as obviously you would hope. On a day, particularly when we already had a slow Dragon Quest stream, I was hoping to have a really good late stream. And then Helmar ending early. What can you do? I'm not upset. Still a solid day. Now we have good candidates of new games to check out when we do indie stuff again. So overall, it was good. Now, let's hope that tomorrow can be more solid. But can it? Because listen to this. Tomorrow, there will be a DSP morning show that I'm hoping will be shorter. We're basically going to try to build up attendance as much as we can. Then, I'm going to jump onto my Switch 2. We're going to go to the Switch 2 Nintendo Online app. I'm going to purchase the larger level subscription. Right now, I just have the basic. I'm going to do the upgrade to the more expensive one. This should unlock both the Virtual Boy content as well as Nintendo 64, GameCube, and more content. So there's going to be a lot of retro content that's going to be unlocked. Objective number 1, test the Virtual Boy. So I will probably put the Virtual Boy inside or put the Switch inside the Virtual Boy right here. Probably play it with the Joy-Cons, see what I think, give you my honest opinion. There's 7 games. I'm probably just going to play like 2 or 3 of them for a few minutes each and let you know, is there eye strain? How do they look, etc. You can't see it because you can't capture from the Virtual Boy. Then I'm going to take the Switch out, dock it, and see if it's true that you actually cannot play Virtual Boy when docked and you cannot show it to anyone ever. That's insane if that's the case, but I have to report it, right? If that is the case and we just can't do any more Virtual Boy content, what I'd like to do for the rest of that daytime stream is check out the rest of the Nintendo Switch Online catalog, notably see what games are now available for each part of each console, and mark off the ones that you guys would like to see me play in the future. Perhaps we'll even try a few of them just as one-off experiments and just see if they're any good. But remember, we have a marathon coming up on March 6th. That's going to be a Retrothon. We can actually mark off distinct games that you want to see me play for like an hour each during that marathon. And that way we can get that list populated and people can get hyped to see me do that, right? So it should still be a good stream. Even if the Virtual Boy stuff doesn't work out, it should still be a good stream. If you like the retro vibes and the stuff like that you've been wanting recently, please come by and hang out and support tomorrow's retro Virtual Boy stream in the morning and afternoon, okay? Tomorrow night, we're back to Street Fighter 6. Lily returns. We will try to play with her first casual play, but probably facing all masters. As long as I feel confident, we'll probably go to some ranked gameplay, but let's see how it goes. I'm not promising that because I don't know how it's going to go. Actually having, Lily face people who are tryhards, which is basically everyone at master level. She's just not a very good character. I like the character. I wish she was better. Capcom refuses to tweak her and make her better. So it is what it is. But Lily returns tomorrow. That should be a fun Street Fighter stream. So hopefully tomorrow, both streams will do well. We'll recover from today and we'll get back into the swing of things. Okay? All right, everyone. I want to say thank you so much. Have a good night. I don't know how it's going to go tomorrow, but retro vibes and Street Fighter fun. See you in the morning for a full and fun day of content. Once again, here on DSP Gaming. Good night, everybody.